The Kapiti Coast, home to a statue that'll haunt you from your Catholic schooling, a waste of space airport that only has 2 flights a week. That plane is literally being pulled by a guy on a quad bike. You couldn't make this up. Kapiti Airport, ladies and gentlemen. And the pillar of every great Kiwi society, fish and chip takeouts. More than 8 of them to be exact. But there is no fish and chips menu item that is more iconic, coveted, and important to New Zealand history than the humble potato fritter. Now, before we dig into the mystery a little deeper, and when researching anything, it is very important that for reference you have some historical context. Just imagine I sat here for like 2 minutes saying historical context to myself. Potato fritters were first orally documented in the 19th century in Margaret Dodd's 1826 book, The Cook and the Housewife's Manual. This book, however, does not originate from New Zealand, but the only other country as mad about his potato fritters as we are, Scotland.
Growing up, I survived on 2 things, and 2 things alone. 1, oxygen, and 2,
potato fritters.
It is likely that during the 1853 to 1870 surge of Scots, the recipe was brought over and has thrived, transformed, and challenged local antiquities up to today. So it's something that I've always wondered. You go to a fish and chip shop and you know how it goes. They've got this huge board of orders, all these random things you can get, you know, burgers and maybe like some deep fried banana or some wacky things like that, and you're going, oh yeah, I get a scoop of chips, and you're either getting a scoop of chips or maybe you treat yourself, get a potato fritter or a hot dog. And so that's me, you know, I'd usually get a potato fritter and I'd order one, and you know, I've grown up in this capitalist Western society where there's no such thing as a free lunch, but then they always, for some reason, give you more potato fritters than you ordered. So it's always been in the back of my mind, why, oh god, that sounds blunt. Why do they give me a free potato fritter? I genuinely don't understand. Regardless, we're gonna find out. Everywhere in New Zealand, there's a takeaway place. I'm gonna go to these different ones, and I'm gonna see if they're giving, you know, multiple potato fritters, like I say. Can I just get half a scoop of chips and 1 potato fritter?
Yeah, sure.
Hello, would I just be able to get half a scoop of chips and a potato fritter? What's up? I'm actually here for half a scoop of chips and a potato fritter. And a potato fritter. I'm trying to unlock the mystery of why you always get like 2 potato fritters when you order 1. But it's just always a mystery for me.
Half scoop of chips and
half scoop of chips and a potato fritter, and you can put them 2 there. So the chips were acquired, all different shapes and sizes, but begging the same question. Well, they're really trying to outdo each other with the different packaging. The thing that I'm really forgetting here is, okay, we got the chips and the potato fritters. We know that there's probably going to be more than one. But what does this deep anti-capitalist message really mean? Why is it happening? That's what we want to get to the bottom of. And what am I going to do with all these chips? From our first fish and chip shop, can't actually remember what it's called. The name's here. We have. So I feel like you guys might not believe me, but this is genuinely true. I ordered 1 potato fritter. Insert me saying that. And 1 potato fritter. Uno, dos. Second one, McLean Street Fish and Chips. A local favorite, might I add. They make a great halloumi burger. Have a look. Slowly tear the bag. Ta-da! Again, 1 more than I asked for. And Fed Up Takeaway, which is actually just right behind me. Oh, you don't want to be the other 2 takeaway places giving me 2 potato fritters. You don't want to be the guy who doesn't. That's bad publicity. Ha! 3 out of 3, baby. Come on! If this isn't New Zealand culture, I don't know what it is. The problem is, my hypothesis is that, you know, I remember learning how to spell that word in primary school, and I was like, I couldn't believe that there was a word that actually sounded like that. It was so difficult to say. My hypothesis has been proven right, which you could see as a success, but the truth is the mystery just gets deeper. I spent a sleepless night with my new information and more questions than I started with, but knowing I couldn't stop there, I needed to go straight to the source. Let's just call someone. I don't know. I don't think they're around. It's all good. That's just one fish and chip shop. 293 4112. Not very talkative. I had half given up. I was scrolling, but it was at this dead end that I realized if there was any population group who'd point me in the right direction, it was these guys. The ones who ate Milo by the spoonful, went through packs of these a day and equally looked forward to Fish and Chip Friday. The first theory from Ollie, I do like this one, says that they hope you will feed the seagulls with your extra potato fritters. So maybe there is a little partnership going on there with fish and chip shops and seagulls. It's kind of a classic thing when you go eat fish and chips and you're just getting like attacked by seagulls and stuff like that. So maybe that's a way to sort of control the two opposing forces. Matthew said it's cheap and the market's tight. You need an edge. Although it's a catch-22 if everyone has the same edge. And that is true. That's what I find weird. It's like this weird unspoken rule that everyone just adheres to. Alice said, because when frozen, they're stuck together and harder to separate. Harder to separate than frying both of them. That's not bad. That could be it. Hayden said, because they want to sell them as they're not as popular. That's kind of a sad truth. That could be it. And then Peter said a similar thing, because no one buys them and then they go bad. So they're just trying to get rid of them. The thing that I'm finding here is that we all still don't know. And it's kind of bizarre that there's this mystery that we all know about, but no one has the guts just to go in and ask. And I think I've found that throughout this whole process of figuring out this mystery. New Zealanders are so non-confrontational. When I go to a restaurant, if they give me the wrong food, I potentially would not say anything just because like I don't want to be of a nuisance. Or if someone, I was in a line and someone went in front of me, I would just like, oh, they probably didn't notice and I just won't do anything about it. But no, I can't stand for that anymore. You know, this video has taken so long to go out because for like a week, I've been trying to find ways where I can figure out the answer of this mystery with the least confrontation possible. Because I feel like that's just the way we are. But I'm just gonna do a favor for the New Zealand public and I'm just gonna march right in there and I don't care how awkward it's gonna be. I'm just gonna ask them, what's the deal with these potato fritters, man? Hello. Hey, I just had a question. It's a bit of a weird one. But with potato fritters, whenever you order them, you always get given more. Do you know why that is?
So how much do you like today?
Oh, I'm just wondering why people give you more.
Because I like to give them more, fully.
And every fish and chip store does that. Why do you know why people do that?
Everybody do that?
Yeah.
So maybe sometimes the potato that they think too small.
Too small.
So maybe add up one more.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Well, that's the answer I was looking for. So as it's impossible to evenly cut oddly shaped potatoes, owners will chuck in an extra slice to make up the difference. A nationwide cooperative act of generosity. And it keeps people happy.
Yeah.
Alright, well that's all. Thank you very much for that. You're welcome, New Zealand. Mystery solved and tummies satisfied. Mary stood glad at the generosity of regular Kiwis. The local chippies solidified their community importance, and I was absolutely sick of potato fritter talk. I can't believe I made a whole video about fish and chips. Never. So next time you get an extra potato fritter, take a minute and reflect on this anti-capitalist cornerstone of Kiwi culture. The humble potato fritter.